has some issues. Hi everyone, it's Az here from Heel vs Babyface. Now, most of you who are watching this video are probably like, what the hell is a DSP? Well, a DSP is a dark side Phil. They're a person who, if you have heard of them, you most likely have because of events like this. Oh, the camera was on. Oh, the camera was on the whole time. But it would be unfair to judge Phil based off this. Mistakes happen. Let's be fair now.
Like, it's been tough. You know, my life has been tough.
Because nowadays, he's a more mature content creator. And he's opened himself up a React channel where he can react to the fun, interesting, or bizarre current events happening on YouTube today. Let's just take an example at random, shall we?
By the way, today's September 10th. Tomorrow is September 11th, which would be, what, the 22nd anniversary of the 9/11 terrorist attacks on America.
Wait a minute. He's reacting to the 9/11 terrorist attacks in 2023 for money? Cut. Okay, let's address the elephant in the room. Yes, there has been some controversy that has followed Phil throughout his years. Accusations of racism.
China, they say, rashness brings success to few.
In China, they say, Chiggy Chang, Wang, Charlie Chan, Chicka Chaka Choka Cha.
This is what happens when you let the Jews do whatever they want. So now I, the last remaining Nazi, must exterminate them. Hello, Jew.
Now, yes, that is absolutely disgusting behavior. But come on now. That was in the past. That was a long time ago. And he's changed. He's a new man. He's matured. Doesn't say anything like this anymore. That's just nonsense.
Look out, there's a black woman coming. Ah! She takes them both out. Boom! Steals the backpack and runs away. Oh!
Oh, God. You're not making this easy for me, Phil.
All right, boys, prepare the slave trade. We're selling her right off for profits.
Stay with her.
That's right, she's too valuable to escape. She's worth lots of money.
Oh, okay. Hey, okay. Let's go again from the top. Come on now. Apologies. I don't think this is quite showing Phil in his best light. So let's try and reverse this, shall we? Because Phil is a man of the people. He is a man for his audience. Somebody who sits there and connects with them and has meaningful conversations which affect their lives for the better. Please let this clip be half decent.
Here's the thing. I've noticed a pattern this week, and I want to end this week on this notion. Good amounts of super chats, good amounts of memberships and gifted memberships. What really happened this week is the tips really dipped. Like, I'm not even exaggerating. I can count on one hand the number of streams that we hit our tier 1 tips goal.
Wait a minute. Are you auditing your fucking audience, Phil? I mean, hey, meaningful conversations, connecting with people that give him money. Money. I'm sure this was just a small segment in something that was exceedingly meaningful for everybody who came to watch him that day.
Is it concerning? Let me put it this way. The support is there. It's not that people aren't supporting the streams. It's that people are seeming to support in a way that's a little different. You know, I'm used to having at least a certain amount of tips coming in because that's the money I use for daily stuff.
Any moment now, it's It's gonna get very meaningful and not begging people and auditing them for money. Please, Phil, please.
To give you guys some perspective, because again, I'm trying to be transparent. I'm not asking you for anything.
See, he's not asking for anything. He's just very specifically and clearly detailing why you need to give him money.
I'm trying to spread awareness of what's going on with me.
See, it's not begging, it's raising awareness of what is going on with him and why he needs that money to pay his bills, the internet bill, the electricity bill, probably.
I need that money. I really do. I need that money to pay my bills, the electric bill, the internet bill.
See? Told you.
So only having 500 paid subscribers, you're talking a significant amount of lost income that I had over on Twitch.
Phil, anytime you want to stop auditing your audience is fine by all of us. Please. I know crack addicts that have more restraint than Phil when it... Oh, hi. Still here. Where, Phil, say something, please, quickly. But not bad, please. Just definitely not bad. Not bad. Not begging. Not racist. Something motivational for your audience, Phil.
But I've noticed distinctly this week for some oddball reason, I can't even explain it. I'm playing a new game in Starfield, right? For some reason, support actually dipped big time this week.
Oh. Fuck my ass, mouth, and tits.
You know, I don't know what to say. I don't want to sit here and talk about it and complain. I don't.
And shut the fuck up then. I mean, look, folks, look. Again, this is unfair. This is probably out of context or something or other. You see, Phil has exorbitant amounts of outgoing per month as a streamer.
He lists that in the 6 months prior to the bankruptcy, he had $5,243.84 operating expenses.
See, it's perfectly reasonable to have operating expenses as a streamer of over $5,000 a month, which is essentially a new PC because they wear out really quickly indeed. And holy shit, did you just lie on your bankruptcy? No, I mean, no, of course not, because it's all legit and above board. And as a streamer myself, I can absolutely not agree that it would come anywhere close to that. I must be doing something exceedingly wrong because my expenses as a streamer per month are probably a couple of £100 with electricity and the games that I buy. I just guess I'm not quite up to DSP's level.
Phil, you've been doing this for 17 years and you don't know what your business expenses are? You don't know what you get tax write-offs on and stuff?
Specifically? No, I don't.
That's perfectly reasonable for somebody that's had 15 years worth of streaming on YouTube and other platforms to not be able to work out what their outgoing expenses are per month and therefore come to the total of over $5,000. It's perfectly legit. And Phil didn't commit bankruptcy fraud at all. And I'll spank anybody that says he did. Hard. On the bottom. Because there has been some horrendous rumors that Phil just dumps all of his money into online mobile video games. More specifically, WWE champions. But this is not true. Let's hear from the man himself. Phil, over to you.
I have not played any major mobile game in over 2 years. Truth, right now, I have not played any mobile game in any major way in over 2 years, including this fucking WWE game that these idiots keep bringing up.
Ha! And that video was recorded over a couple of years ago, so it's been at least 4 to 5 years since Phil has touched WWE champions. Checkmate. All those microtransactions that you saw were fake. You've been had. There's nothing that can refute any of this whatsoever.
Just a real simple yes or no. Do you currently still play WWE champions?
Yes.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Phil! Trying to help it. Whatever. Getting a pretty good idea where this $5,000 a month is coming from now, anyway. So look, Phil, I've really tried hard to help you out here, but you haven't made it easy for me. So let's try and turn this video around, shall we? I'm gonna react to you reacting to my Starfield rant. That'll be fun. Okay, here we go. I just want to say something to you, Bethesda.
I know what this is.
It doesn't matter how you feel.
What are your month-to-month business expenses? You know, there's this $5,000 business expense.
Right.
Your expenses that you have on a month-to-month basis. What do those look like? You still haven't answered the question. I'm going to ask you this really directly.
That's what people want to know about. Like, how are you spending that much money on the business?
Feigning ignorance is something DSP does a lot. And with this particular question, he did it every single time.
Okay, so first of all, we're talking about things that came out publicly during a bankruptcy proceeding, correct? And I believe that the $5,000 a month number came off of, I believe it's from a tax return. Is that correct? That it was filed or you know, the data? I'm trying to remember exactly where it came from.
Craig and Adam didn't know where exactly this 5K number comes from, which is fair. But it let DSP continue to play dumb and lie to everybody who was watching the stream.
I think, again, I'm just speculating. I think what happened was when I filed for bankruptcy, a lot of information goes public. And so they look at a public filing. I guess there's certain information that's made public. I don't think it's all your tax returns. I think it's like 1 year's worth or something. And I guess there was a number that was thrown out there that it looks like Phil spends $5,000 a month on business expenses. I mean, we're talking, what people are referencing is something from like 2019, I think.
So what is this elusive number that escapes DSP's memory? January 31st, 2020. Philip P. Burnell filed for Chapter 7 bankruptcy. We're interested in Form 122A-1, Chapter 7 Statement of Your Current Monthly Income. So let's go through this. 1. What is your marital and filing status? So he is married, and they are not filing with him, and they live in the same house. 2. Your gross wages, salaries, etc. $0 because he doesn't have a regular job. 3. $0 from alimony and maintenance payments. That makes sense. 4. All amounts from any source which are regularly paid for household expenses of you or your dependents, including child support. $0. That makes sense. 5. Net income from operating a business. Here's where this number comes from. Not a tax return that he's trying to say. He lists that in the 6 months prior to the bankruptcy, he had $5,243.84 as ordinary and necessary operating expenses. It's all in this breakdown 2 pages later.
What are considered expenses that a tax attorney wants to know you're spending every month? Geez, your mortgage, because if you work from home, I guess that's part of it. I don't know. Again, I'm not a tax guy, but it costs your mortgage. All of your utility bills that apply to you operating the business, Correct.
Hold on, Phil. Phil, you've been doing this for 17 years, and you don't know what your business expenses are. You don't know what you get tax write-offs on and stuff. I mean, like,
Specifically, no, I don't.
Piece of Peace on Twitter and YouTube is someone who created a spreadsheet to keep track of everything related to DSP's income. I put myself in DSP's New Balance shoes to calculate the last 6 months of income as if I was him going bankrupt today. I started with last month, February 2023. And I added up the 5 months before that. When I averaged out those 6 months, I got a number very, very close to Phil's bankruptcy average. I didn't even include Patreon or the cut YouTube takes out. And remember, my average is boosted by a huge bomb of gifted memberships in October 2022.
Congratulations, Willow, on the gifted membership. Now we're at a solid 500. Wait a minute, did you just... Team Ico Gamer just gifted another 50 membership. Team Ico gifted another membership. Team Ico Gamer just gifted another 50 membership bomb. Team Ico Gamer dropped another 50. Oh my god, did you just gift more memberships?
So my average would actually be even closer to DSP's 2020 bankruptcy average without that membership bomb. And I have a feeling DSP listed his post YouTube cut as income. I can't prove that, so whatever.
It adds it up. Here it is. Here's my tax return. All of a sudden, I'm being accused that that was a lie or something.
All this goes to show is that Piece of Pieces spreadsheet is accurate, which most of us already knew. In July, he spent $9,000 on the business. August, $5,500. September, $3,000. Dude, this guy shit talks his own setup. He complains when he has to buy new video games every time they come out.
Because people who don't like me and people who fuck with me want to see me waste 60 bucks on a game that I'm probably going to play once or twice and get nothing out of. And now I got to make a tough decision.
But he is also apparently willing to spend $9,000 on the business. What did he spend it on? I did a little digging and found out that the same month he spent $9,000, WWE champions added NWO wrestlers into their game. They were around when DSP was a teenager. So I'm thinking maybe he was feeling a little extra nostalgic that month. I don't know. We do know his personal expenses. They're listed at $5,112.99. So assuming that number is similar today, just like how his income is similar today, how can he possibly still be in financial trouble? It all seems to point back to the business expenses.
But I want to know about today. I want to know about today. Like your expenses that you have on a month-to-month basis. What do those look like?
I use paper and I write on it to track things. Because people say every day, where does your money go? Essentially that's what you're asking. Here we go. I'm going to go through this. I'm not exaggerating. Line for line, this is what I'm paying this month. Okay? And this is literally all of it. I have a subscription to Hulu. It's $10 a month.
Business expense. Okay.
Definitely not a business expense. I'm just saying this is where our money goes. This is everything. I'm serious. I'm going to cover it all.
Okay. Sure.
I have my internet. I have 2 internet lines. I have my dues here where I live. I live in a community. Let's see here.
I mean,
Game Pass.
but you're reading off personal expenses, and that's no one's business.
Right.
I'm reading off everything. I don't care. I'm reading off
Well-
everything so you know where my money goes. Because this is what they want. They want to know where all my money goes. I'm going to tell you right now.
No, I don't think that's the case. I think it was about the $5,000, the business expenses that they were like, what is going on with this? Like, how is this the case?
Right.
These aren't business expenses that you're reading off. This is personal stuff.
Some of this would be considered business and some wouldn't. You know, like I was just going to say, Game Pass. That's.
But what's the point? Is kind of where I'm leaning. Like, what is the reason for giving us your personal expenses?
Because people want to know where my money goes. You're asking me
your business, the business
Okay,
expense
you're
money. That's what
specifically
they're
asking me-
talking about.
Here's the thing: if you were to nickel and dime every single transaction I do, when it comes to like video games and stuff like that, I don't think it gets close to that. I think I don't know how it was divvied out in those. You know, in that report or whatever they used for the bankruptcy, I don't know how it's calculated. You know, I'm not my bankruptcy attorney. I'm not my CPA.
He skirts the question so hard and tries to obfuscate all of the expenses so you don't find out about any of them. He wants to lump everything together and then just claim, well, I don't know what my business expenses are. I don't take care of that. That's my tax guy who does that.
I know it's done right because I went through it with the bankruptcy judge, line by line. I don't know. I can't go line item by line item. I don't know. It's from years and years ago.
If he already went through and itemized everything before with the judge, why can't he name a single thing? He's impossible. To get a straight answer from because of all the different weasel words that he uses. DSP signed official form 122A-1, which states that under penalty of perjury, the information is true and correct. I think he truthfully and correctly does in fact spend that much. The problem is what he counts towards that number.
Just a real simple yes or no.
Mm-hmm.
Do you currently still play WWE champions?
Yes.
So DSP does in fact play the mobile game that he claimed he stopped playing many times.
Have
Sure.
you ever spent money on this game?
Of course I have. Yes.
Have you spent a lot of money on this game? Anything over $100.
When the game first came out, yes, I spent over $100 on it. It's definitely total under $1,000.
You do play this game. You have spent money on it, and
Correct.
I think what's happening is when you're begging your audience for money and then complaining that this King's Feast is too expensive, you're stressing for money and then putting money into a game that is a mobile game. They feel like you're just using them to using your audience.
Oh, and he also plays other mobile games.
You said you still play the game. Do you play any other mobile games?
Yes.
Do you feel that you're addicted to them at all?
No.
Remember a few weeks ago when he was begging?
Guys, you're gonna hear me saying this a couple times over the course of the day. I really need help with tips right now. For my day off Wednesday and then 2 big bills coming due Thursday and Friday. Tips would be great right now. We haven't hit tips goals in a while now, so it'd be great to hit a tips goal or two today. I'm not sitting here asking for anything crazy. I'm just telling you that's how you can help me the most. Again, it would be great when you get tip support today. I need tip support a lot this week. It's going to help a ton. But yes, if you could support the stream, I'd really appreciate it. And the best way to support the stream today is tips. I need tips by my day off this week, for the day off. And, and I appreciate everyone who has been supporting today. Hitting that tier 2 tips goal is very nice of you. If we get anything else between now and the end of the stream, the next hour would be greatly, greatly, greatly appreciated.
Well, he admitted in the interview that he spent $10 to $15 on the brand new Street Fighter mobile game.
How much money are you spending on WWE mobile games and or any other mobile game?
Okay. This month, I have spent probably $10 to $15. It's a new game. It's a Street Fighter game. That was just for experimental purposes. I'm not playing it a lot. I'm playing every once in a while. I spend I'll spend $1 and get a bunch. Bunch of stuff, so I spent a couple dollars here or there. And of course, I will get destroyed for saying that I spent $15 on it,
He just doesn't seem to understand that $1 is $1 too many to be spending on these games. It's like giving money to someone on the street and then seeing them walk into their own mansion. Except DSP's mansion is all the 6-star Hogans that he owns on his phone. He is the only self-diagnosed ex-alcoholic, ex mobile game addict who can still drink and play casually. If you ask me, it's pretty clear something went on with those ridiculous numbers, and I'm a little bit surprised he got through the whole ordeal with no problems. Whether it's mobile game related or not, I'll let you decide, because I'm not going to say DSP did in fact commit bankruptcy fraud. There's just no way I would say DSP 100% committed bankruptcy fraud and it should be investigated. I could never live with myself or the potential trouble I could get into if I did say that. So I'm just not going to say it. I hope I cleared up any confusion about that 5K, where it comes from, why they asked about
It's much healthier for you.
Pose with the mug. I'm not getting
Not a shill.
That's the kind of content creator I am. I'm not a shill. There you go.
But there's been many times where he has shilled products. You might think I'm talking about when he gets a product for free to review. But no. I mean, even when he just reviews something he kinda likes.
I don't know really price-wise if this is something that's really worth it, but this is a neat thing that I can now turn on every night. It is a really nice piece. It's very bright, vibrant, it's different, it's interactive.
It always sounds like he's trying to sell you something.
I was blown away by it. I purchased it and I wanted to show everyone what it was.
I don't know if you can tell, but it reads like an infomercial.
You're not sitting here eating disgusting, greasy chips or anything. That's the other thing about this. You know, sure, it's a little bit sticky, but you can eat this, just wipe off your hand real quick, and you're done. Unlike, you know, these other nasty chips where you end up with grease and shit all over your hands.
We all use soap to keep us clean, but bar soaps end up sloppy and slimy. Pump dispensers are messy and clumsy.
And you can literally just grab, this is what I do all day. I just reach in. And now I'm playing a game. I play for 10 minutes, stop the video. Uh-oh. Hunger pang. Wolf down a little bit. And keep playing. Healthier than sitting around eating Doritos or, you know, eating chocolate or, you know, some nasty shit like that.
No. Goodness, they're perfect. Golden crisp. Look at this. These are amazing. They're golden crisp. They're great. Let me taste them. These are so good. And with less fat, it's much healthier for you.
Pose with the mug. I'm not getting paid. Why would I pose with the mug?
This dude can't review something without sounding like a shill, even for something as simple as an energy drink.
And I'll rate them on a scale of probably 1 to 5, I would say. So anyway,
Probably. He doesn't really
starting off,
know.
this is the first
He
one
doesn't know
here
if he's
is
gonna
the
do it out of
classic.
5.
Let me tell you something. Out of all the energy drinks that I've drank in my life, and I've tried Red Bull, I've tried Nos, I've tried Balls, I've probably had like 10 different kinds of energy drinks. Jolt Cola, in my opinion, is the best tasting. And the reason I say that, it almost completely tastes like regular soda. You almost...
Okay, there's his shill moment right there. When he's reviewing Jolt Cola, he can't just talk about Jolt Cola on its own merits. He needs to like mention other energy drinks to like put them down so that he can prop Jolt Cola up. It's like someone who is being paid to review this. It's like, oh, you don't want to drink Monster, you don't want to drink Red Bull, you want to drink Jolt Cola. Like that's because it tastes the best. It's just the best quality taste.
Those other ones, let's face it, like some of those fucking energy drinks, you got that nasty taste, that aftertaste, that weird flavor to it. And it's just not appealing.
The shill just like pops out of him. You know, it just comes out naturally. It's not really a review. You're just shitting on the other energy drinks.
You've got Blue Bull. Now, Blue Bull tastes, I want to say it kind of tastes like I think my favorite one out of all of them is probably the grape.
You can tell by the way he's talking. He already likes this drink, but he hasn't like reviewed it. DSP just kept saying how it tastes like real cola. And Jolt Cola is good, and I like the grape flavor. Videos like these clips that I've shown, and this video I just watched, it's just things he has not been paid to talk about in this way. This weird, shilling way. That's the best way I can describe it. It's just hey guys, check out the Jolt Cola. Like, that's what this is. There's not really like an opinion or like a review here. I mean, there is an opinion, it's just, oh, I like grape. But I mean, like, that's worthless. Like, why are you uploading that? We've seen how he talks while not being sponsored. I don't know about you, but based on that, he must be okay with other streamers actually being paid to do what he was doing for free, right?
When you start making entire videos that are product placements, maybe it's time to reassess your future as a person, as a business person, and say, what the fuck am I doing with my life that I'm such a sellout? And it's a complete fucking sellout mentality. It's, I want to make YouTube videos for a living, and I want free money, and what I want to do, and what's actually the reason I'm doing it, isn't popular enough, so now I got to do something that really I have no business fucking doing, but it gets views. And it's fucking disturbing. The vast majority of your content is now shilling, and you're basically a walking paid advertisement, a cartoon character, a Muppet, whatever you want to call it, you know, because all you care about is the money, or else you wouldn't be just constantly shilling and caring about the ads, but you know what I'm saying? But those people with prominence who get attention want the early review copies so they can come out with the early reviews and make money. Money on. I don't have to sit here as a sellout and shill some shitty product or try to advertise some crap to you. I don't have to run excessive ads. I don't have to pull stupid stunts. Instead, we can just enjoy games and our time together. What's going on, everyone? DSP here. And today I'm doing something pretty special. This product was provided to me free of charge by the manufacturer in order for me to try it out. In this case, it's a very special episode because I have to say special thanks to the people at Sumo. And I want to say thanks to them because they sent me this chair for free in order to do this review today. I am now 100% cinched in for E3. Special thanks to Machinima for making that all happen. The guys over at Laser Mods actually made me a completely custom Xbox 360 controller. And I was contacted by them a few months back. They said, hey, we'd like to make you another custom controller. Straight from the horse's mouth. I have it in writing from Bethesda because I got a review copy of the game, which we're going to talk about. Full disclosure, this is a review copy of the game, meaning I received it for free. This is a special sponsored stream. I must tell all of you up front, this game that I'm about to play is not even in full release yet. I believe it's in early release. A game called Hello Hell. Tonight is a sponsored stream. This will be archived on Twitch because in order for a sponsored stream to work, you have to leave it up as like a sponsored stream so people can watch it and access it on demand later. Actually, it was not $60 down the drain. Just for the record, everyone, I didn't pay for that game. Every once in a while,
Wait, what?
I get contacted by a company with a code.
What?
I told you guys that I wanted to play it as a release.
Are you
I was on the fence about it.
Are you serious?
All these other games coming out, and then this company that every once in a while I talk to
They
about
got it for
review
free and didn't
codes
tell
actually
us.
contacted me, so I took a review code. I didn't buy that game. Now I'm happy I didn't buy that game because can you imagine if I did?
Hey, I've got so much ammo here, but I think you get it. This dude, man, he loves to play the victim. He says that trolls cost him sponsor opportunities.
In fact, if anything, I get unfairly punished for things I don't do. For example, I should be able to be part of their sponsorship program and be able to play their sponsored games on the bounty board, and I can't because the trolls are so butthurt. They harass the shit out of the games who I play sponsored streams for, and now I've been blacklisted from that program.
But at the same time, he'll turn around and say things like this.
You've probably noticed a bunch of YouTube content creators who've have advertised VPNs or Raid Shadow Legends or something similar. I was offered those, and I always turned them down. I do not accept those kinds of sponsorships because I feel like it's detrimental to my content. To me, to sit here and shill a product to you is not honest, and it kind of goes against everything I stand for, right?
While we're here, let's just point out the hypocrisy in this clip.
It'd be one thing if there was a product that I regularly use. I'll give you an example. Hori contacted me, and Hori said, hey, Phil, we noticed that you use our wireless neck phones in your streams every single day. Would you consider advertising and doing a product placement? To which I would say, well, let me think about this. It's a product I use every day. It's a product I stand by. It's a product that I would recommend to people who have health problems like me with their ears. Yes, I would accept a sponsorship like that. There would be no reason not to, because it's an honest sponsorship.
When he accepts a sponsor, so all those sponsors that I showed earlier, those were honest sponsors. See, and everything else that you see online, literally everything else, literally, that's all fake. That's all dishonest. That's everyone just trying to make a buck.
Okay? But the sponsorships you guys see on YouTube are not honest. This is products and shit that these people don't stand by.
How do you know? He doesn't, of course. He's just saying this to make himself look better. Or feel better, I guess. Like in his own head, he's tricking himself into coping with his own sponsorship deals that he did. Like, did you really mean to play ELO Hell? Like, were you gonna play that? Do you stand by that game? Because you were sponsored to play it. Do you stand by it?
The reason that they're doing it is to take a paycheck. They're just taking a payment to push a product.
Everyone else does that.
Use or stand by at all.
They don't. Don't stand by
Even though
it.
they claim that they do, it's because they're doing it for the sake of making the money.
They claim they do. Just like I literally just claimed that I did, but I actually mean it though. They claim it, I mean it.
Okay?
Okay.
So, that's what I mean. Like, oh my god, what if we want you to push our seltzer? You literally drink our seltzer every day on your main stream.
Whoa.
Yeah, I like your seltzer. I would advertise that. I think it's a healthy alternative to drinking soda or something that has calories and sugar in it. It hydrates you. I like the carbonation in it rather than it just being flat soda. I like carbonation. Like, there's many things in there that make that a viable alternative to drinking more unhealthy
Look at this
things.
dude, he's shilling
I would
it. He's
advertise
shilling
that.
it live.
Why wouldn't
Shilling
I?
for free.
Right?
Yet again. Brings it back to part 1 of the video. Get it? Haha. I meant to do that. Dude, he's shilling for free. Literally, when he's talking about being paid to shill, he starts shilling for free.
But I'm not going to sit here and take these sponsorships.
Yeah, he'll just sit there and advertise for free for you.
For things that are crap. And those are the ones, by the way, that you get. Like, literally, you wouldn't get an advertisement campaign for that seltzer. You would get it for a piece of crap that no one wants, but you got to shove it down someone's throat. You see? Why else do you think they're paying for the advertisement campaign to begin with? Right?
That just implies that look, you just contradicted everything you just said. You said you would advertise the headphones, you would advertise the water because you stand by it. They're honest. It's an honest sponsorship. And then you're saying, you're literally saying, oh, why do you think the company needs to advertise? Why do you think they're paying for an advertisement? You're implying that they're paying just because the product is bad, so they need to advertise it, or else nobody would buy it. So if you got a wireless headphone sponsorship, that would mean the headphones are bad because they're paying you to advertise it. Like, you just invalidated everything you said. And he laughs like
right?
Like he just proved his point. Like, oh, look at me. Final thoughts? You saw the sponsors that he took. I mean, you saw it. It's ridiculous how he talks about others doing sponsors just for the money when you saw it. I mean, what else can I say? He will be your shill as long as he gets something out of it. That's not even true, because he will shill for free if he just happens to like your thing. He will shill for you. He is the person he hates the most. And you know, there's just something really poetic about that. I had so many more examples I cut from the video, like the Dark Souls 3 situation, him applying to play State of Decay 2 early and getting denied, to the chair sponsorship, of course. I've never actually seen his Hateful Truth review series, so I was thinking of picking videos out of there of games that I know, so maybe my next video will be a less edited reaction of something like that, probably. But that's it. I just want to say thank you for watching.
It is. Even if that is the case, that someone used my information and registered, it's evidence of nothing.
Do you remember when DSP was caught using the Line app with his phone number? Line is forever linked to WWE Champions due to a popular faction using it early in the game's release in 2016. It kinda sorta stuck around. See, these posts are from the WWE Champions Reddit with questions about Line in 2017. Here's one from 2018. Even as late as 2022, 6 years after release, there are still factions using the Line app. If you're watching this video, you probably already know what WWE Champions is, but what about Line? Line is a communication or chatting app that players use to better coordinate between different factions or between faction leaders and their members. Players liked having more features than the in-game chat, such as allowing note-taking, pinned messages, or sending screenshots. It's kinda like making a Discord server, but, worse. In 2020, DSP was already suspected of playing Champions and spending a lot of money on it, but there's something very important to understand. This was pre-bank leak. Bank leak being where his expenses somehow went public. It was a very dark time of not knowing with 100% certainty if he did in fact spend the money. Lots of accusations, lots of evidence, but technically not 100%. It was pretty clear to most people, but still. Detractors were looking for more proof to support their claim. So people found the link between Line and Champions, looked up DSP's phone number on the list in Line, DSP responded to this news in a post on his then King of Hate forums.
I'm not going to respond to anything that I've previously addressed, so the only new thing here is this Line app that people trolled my chat about today. I know nothing about it. I've never used it, and I certainly never made any account in it. The fact that my private info was doxed in 2014, but somehow people think that anything that was made public in that doxing is evidence of anything, is pretty insanely stupid. People have used DSP Gaming, Darkside Phil, they call me DSP, among many other variations to register me for every single website, mailing list, app, and service on the internet in an attempt to either one, impersonate me and make me look bad, or two, sign me up for tons of shit to troll me. Same with the phone number that was doxed and my email addresses.
Your phone number is linked to a Line profile, proven to belong to you. The Line account has the same original name of the mobile game profile, and this app is a known avenue used for communicating in that game. You claim you don't know anything about any of this.
You're right, I don't, and I have no idea what this is supposed to mean. Just because an account exists doesn't mean I made it or that it's mine, nor does it prove it ever had association with this WWE mobile game. You have to make so many logic jumps to even make this some kind of circumstantial evidence. Is there a conversation somewhere that proves I used line app?
Oregon, that it was used with people playing this game? Does the conversation prove that it's actually me? This is the same incredibly flawed evidence that was trying to prove I somehow had a Discord account that never proved anything at all. Because even
This goes on for a while. He mostly just plays the victim. I love how he doesn't actually respond to what people were asking him. We can use his own logic against him here. Just because you say people have made accounts before, it doesn't explain away this line account. Signing up requires a phone number. After putting in your number, you receive a text message with a one-time code to the phone that number is attached to. You input that code from that text into the app. This then verifies your account and gains you access to the chat part of the app. He conveniently doesn't address this fact except with this one line.
And the kicker here, you don't even know that I still use the same phone number, and I certainly wouldn't have announced that I'd changed it to the world.
This is the only part where he's actually responding to the evidence. And his response it's just straight up a lie. He's trying to gaslight you into thinking maybe he did change it. But come on. Come on, dude. We know the answer to this. People know that he still uses the same phone number. By checking his two-factor authentication with his email and his Twitter. So on those accounts, he still has the same phone number that was found on the Line account. Why would you keep the same phone number for accounts you're still using in case you lose access to them? So if you forget your password one day, and you try to get like a text message, it's just gonna send it to a number you don't have anymore. Is that what you want people to believe? Is that what you're trying to say? Oh, maybe, you know, maybe he just hasn't changed it, you know, in 2 years since this was found out, 2 years ago or whatever. He hasn't changed it yet. Don't take it from me though. He's the honest guy. So just listen to his own words.
Someone to me $4.20 and says, would I reach out to Rambo to try to make amends for the past? First of all, I have nothing to make amends for. I keep telling you guys this, and people keep acting like I am some guilty party or something. I have nothing to make amends for with Rambo. I never mistreated the guy. The guy was always told me that he was happy when we were doing work together and everything. He's the one who cut off contact with me and lied to me saying everything was all right, but then stopped talking to me and then made a negative video about me later. He would have to reach out to me. I am the one who still has the same phone number. I'm the one who, you know what I mean? Like, I'm the guy who's still easily reachable.
So, were you lying then? Or are you lying now? How about we find some more lies? August 2021, a full year after the forum post response. He addresses it on stream.
Apparently the Line app is used for many different things. I guess it's just chat app. It's like you chat on it. Like a million other chat apps.
Okay.
Okay? So how is it evidence that if anyone had a chat app with my number or whatever, how is that evidence that it's used for a mobile game or that you know what I mean? Overwatch trashed this super chat and says there's a code that verifies your number.
Yeah, there is. Yeah.
What does that mean? There's a code that verifies your number.
What? What are you confused by?
My number is public. Now people are saying, do you have to verify it? Verify what? The number. Verify what number? The phone number?
Look at this
What do
dude.
you mean?
Oh my god.
They make you have to verify the number with a code that sends a text to it. Okay, all right. You guys realize, and this is truthful. Again, my email.
Ooh, remember this part, because we're gonna come back to this later. The part about him being confused about how this text verification works.
My emails, my phone numbers that I've had over the years, they're constantly hit with shit like that. Constantly.
Okay.
I mean it. Like nonstop. Every day I get, did you sign up for this? Verify this. Here's a verification code. Here's a confirmation email.
You don't accept
my fucking
it though.
stupid home phone.
What is this? What is this excuse? You got a fucking text on your phone and you just accepted it? You sent what?
They sent a verification request to the phone number. And? I get those constantly all the time.
You don't accept them though.
So what does that mean? Nothing.
Oh, nothing. Yeah, nothing.
They need to get the code to confirm. How do they get it if you physically have the phone on you? What do you mean?
That's the thing. How do they have your phone?
You have to put in a code. Put in a code where?
Oh
What
my
are you
God.
talking about?
Oh my god.
Oh, you can't have a line account if you don't have a code. I don't know. There's no code that's ever been entered into a line account because I don't have a line account. And so,
oh my god.
but that's what I'm saying. Like, there's also forum posts and things out there in my
Oh
name.
yeah, forum
and people are like,
post
well, that's evidence that you have it because it's in your email.
is equivalent
and
to
that
the
forum is there. It's like, I didn't do
physically
it.
having
I didn't
your phone.
verify
That's
it. I ignore it.
That's the
All
same
that
thing.
shit's on like blacklist. I get spam emails all the time.
Spam
of
email.
that
Why are you
kind of
talking about
stuff. I just ignore
emails?
it. So how did it work? I don't know. Maybe. Now, I don't know specifically if I'm talking about line or whatever. But maybe these things allow you to create an account. All right?
Okay.
And as long as you have general information, the account sits there. And it's a dormant account. You know what I'm saying?
What?
Like, I'm sure right now there's a million dummy accounts that are called Dark Side Phil
Oh,
on the
he
internet
said-
that aren't
oh.
me. But they created
Okay,
them
I see.
using my information. And they just sit there dormant,
Okay,
never
so
used. but
okay,
it's still
he's
set.
arguing that someone made an account with his number. It's not verified. It's just an account that exists. That's what he's arguing. What a weasel. What a rat. He's hiding behind this. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. It wouldn't be possible for someone to go into the app like with your phone number because they would have needed your phone to get into the app. Like your They Call Me DSP account wouldn't exist without the code from your phone. But it's like, dude, like, okay, maybe if you make an account and you put in a number and it doesn't, like, you don't verify it, but I don't think so. This sounds so stupid to me, but I don't know. But he's hiding. It's the weasel words. He's hiding behind the I don't know.
We have lives. Normal people have like lives where we do stuff with our time. We don't sit there on the internet with people like you. And of course, a bunch of super chats came in and they're all about this bullshit. So I'm just going to ignore them. I'm going to read them, but I'm going to ignore them. So for example, here we go. To create an account in the Line app, you must verify your number, or you cannot proceed in his account with the number was found. He is lying. So what do you want me to say? I don't know anything about this app, but apparently someone found a way to make an app account supposedly in my name. Actually, I don't even know if you even said that. Is it even in my name, or is it using my number? I don't even know, nor do I care anymore.
No, he doesn't care. Of course he doesn't care. He doesn't care because you're calling him out. Also, I love I'm going to read them, but I'm going to ignore them. But I'm going to read them, but I'm going to ignore them.
I'm going to read them, but I'm going to ignore them.
Same excuses, the same deflections, the same gaslighting, only in video form. Lots of confusion about what sending a message to your phone is. He must not have phone verification, you know? Maybe he doesn't have it on any of his accounts since he's so confused. He doesn't understand the code being sent to your physical phone.
That is absolutely correct. You should always have two-factor authorization so that even if someone...
Oh, wait, what's this?
Maybe happens to get some of your information, they still can't get in. I have that on many of my accounts where in order to get in, it has to like send me a text or an email. And that's the two-factor. Okay, not only did you have this, but then you also needed this. And no one, luckily for me, no one has ever really been able to kind of hack into any of my stuff.
Well, would you look at that? He does know what it is. He does know what receiving a text message for verification is. So then, why is he so confused? Could he have been lying? He clearly understands that if you want to log in somewhere and there's a phone number protecting the account, then you need the phone to then log in. That's why he's using it on all his accounts.
So two-factor authorization, always a great idea, and you should definitely do it for security purposes. Like a YouTube channel, a Twitch account, you know, fucking email addresses and stuff. You gotta try to have security to make sure no one can fuck with your stuff. Just to give you some perspective here, there's something called two-factor authorization, for those who don't know. Here's how it works. You need to sign into a site that's very important to you, all right? So you put your name and password in. Well, you set up two-factor authorization. So now they send a special code to you via, whether it's an email address, a cell phone number, whatever it may be. They send that to you as another level of security to make it authentic, to prove that you're who you say you are. Verify what? The number. Verify what number? The phone number? What do you mean? So usually that goes through a phone or an email address, all right? They need to get the code to confirm. How do they get it if you have the phone on you? What do you mean? You have to put in a code. Put in a code where? What are you talking about? The reason this is so important is because there's people who try to break into accounts all the time, especially mine. You know, all the time, this is a constant. If I didn't have two-factor authorization, all my shit would have been messed up years and years ago. Thank God I did it as soon as it was available on all these accounts. Now, can you imagine
God for that.
if I open up this phone, okay, and I show you stuff on the phone, to prove innocence for one thing, but based off of that, they now have information they can use to get stuff off my phone. Now, anytime I go for two-factor authorization, they have that data, and now they have access to all my other accounts. Done. That's not paranoia. That's what they're doing. That's what this is.
Paranoia.
That's what all this is.
Okay, dude, that literally doesn't make any sense. Like, let's say he shows his WWE Champions account. Like, how do then and I get all of his two-factor information if you just show me your account? It's not like I'm stealing your phone. I'm like sneaking into your house and taking your phone. If you just show me a picture of your WWE Champions screen, or you show me a picture of your Line homepage, what? That doesn't make any sense. What are you talking about? It's amazing how when he's not talking about Line, your WWE Champions screen, or you show me a picture of your Line homepage, what? That doesn't make any sense. What are you talking about? It's amazing how when he's not talking about Line, he knows exactly how a phone verification works, and actually, in fact, he uses it for everything and is even recommending it to me. He's recommending me to get all my shit two-factor authorized. That's crazy. Final thoughts. DSP was obviously lying. I do think he made a Line account. Maybe he hasn't used it in a while, but I do think he had one for Champions. He will deny this until the day he dies. If you still doubt it, then just think about it this way. Why else would he have a Line account? He tells us almost weekly how he doesn't have any friends. Could he call his parents using Line? Maybe, but I feel like he would have told us about the weird app that his parents use to call him. Look, it's an app known to be used with mobile games, and DSP has an account with no other reason to use it other than the mobile games. To me, the connection is crystal clear. I don't know what my next video will be, but I'll try to have it up within a week. I do hope you like it though. We're just having fun out here, I guess.
Since I became a full-time streamer in 2017, this now, I would say for 2017 till today, has been the absolute best time of my life, professionally and personally. I really feel like my fans are my friends. They're really good acquaintances. I learned stuff from my audience. I sat there making dumb jokes instead of actually making meaningful content.
I've seen clips of you say that your audience is not your friends, right? So like, are they your friends or are they not your friends? You're kind of speaking of both sides of your mouth here.
My audience are not close personal friends. At the same time, this right here, this laptop, this chat is my social interaction with the world. Today, it's like, Phil, let me tell you something. Something horrible happened in my life. And I came by your stream. At the end of that stream, I felt so much better. A fun, meaningful experience to me. And when people give me that feedback, that lets me know that what I'm doing is meaningful. This is the best time of my life because I'm helping people.
I think that every streamer has a relationship with their audience that's unique. But it seems like your relationship is a little different. You're very open that you are funded by your audience. What's wrong with having sponsors compared to having to rely on crowdfunding or your audience on a day-to-day basis?
Oh, you know, it's a double-edged sword. I have always, in the 15 years that I've made content, always been critical of people who shill. In my React content last year, I watched someone who apparently is supposed to be doing a heartfelt message to about something going on. They're crying on stream, and on top of the stream, there's ads running.
But hold on, Phil, because there are times where you say, look, hey, I really need, I'm in a really tough spot now. I got this coming up. On the same screen, you have a tip tracker. Same type of thing, like saying like, hey, I'm in a really tough spot right now. I really need you guys to help me out. And in your words, I'm going to be eating lunch meat sandwiches. What's wrong with lunch meat sandwiches sometimes?
There's nothing wrong with lunch meat sandwiches. I eat them a lot. There's a tracker on the screen. Okay, big deal. If you watch a 4-hour stream I put out, yes, I hit upon it way too much. It'd be great when you get some more support on the stream or whatever today. Just sit there and talk about it constantly. But there's a difference between that and you could tell someone turned on a stream today to make money. There's people out there that I feel like the only reason that they're in it is because they saw dollar signs.
It sounds like projecting right now.
Phil, you just said a few minutes ago, the reason why you still do this is because you can make more money than a 9-to-5 job.
Half of it, right.
That's a pretty big half. I don't know, man. It seems like you're asking your audience for money consistently. The worst thing you can do is look at your audience as a dollar. This is something that I don't agree with. But when money comes in and you reach a goal, you put on your vest or whatever, how are you taking that money and are you reinvesting it into your content? I mean, I get you have to pay bills. I get it. What value are you adding to your audience's experience to further that meaningful relationship that you're offering?
If we hit a monthly members goal on YouTube, if we hit a sub goal on Twitch, now instead of just doing our normal routine gameplay, I do an interactive event with the viewers. We'll talk for a series of weeks. What do you guys want to see? Do you want to see a big React event?
What is a React event? What does that mean?
A React would be, for example, let's say there's a documentary, 2 hours, right? That's going to take a major chunk out of my normal schedule. You hit that event. Now we're going to do special things. This big React event, it's separate from all my other content, special things around it that I normally wouldn't do. I have a series. I know this sounds stupid. Feasting with the King. Basically, I order a meal and I eat a meal with my audience.
Still using the king moniker, I see.
Right, the king of hate.
Not the king of hate, that's the thing.
It doesn't matter. You say the king, that's what it was, so people are going to make that connection.
You're right, I agree there. But anyway, no, I try my best to reinvest,
How?
Well, like I just said, doing something above and beyond.
That doesn't cost any money, though.
Correct, but then, ordering 2 entrees and stuff, getting DoorDash. I hear what you're saying. What you're saying is, where's the money go? Would you really like to know?
It's not that we are asking. The people out there that have been supporting you, I feel like they want to know. You said, like, what do we want to know? This isn't for us. This is for the people out there that are like, what about the $5,000 a month?
Yeah. You went through bankruptcy. That's pretty public. The $5,000, business expense thing has been talked about by your detractors quite a bit. They say, what could you possibly be spending $5,000 on? What do your business expenses look like?
Okay, so first of all, I believe that the $5,000 a month number came off of a tax return. You guys probably know more than me because you've probably been inundated with this for 2 weeks.
I don't.
So far removed from this.
I want to hear it from you.
I think what happened was when I filed for bankruptcy, a lot of information goes public. And I guess there was a number that was thrown out there that it looks like Phil spends $5,000 a month on business expenses. Now, what are considered expenses that a tax attorney wants to know you're spending every month? Your mortgage. I guess that's part of it. I don't know.
Hold on. Phil, you've been doing this for 17 years and you don't know what your business expenses are? You don't know what you get tax write-offs on and stuff?
No, I don't.
That's a scam!
Here's the thing, all right? We're really going to get to the meat of it is this stupid WWE champion bullshit.
We'll get to that, but I want to stay on this for a minute. Walk me through this.
I would assume expenses are including everything that I do, and that could include mortgage, any insurance that I'm paying that relates to the business, health insurance and or medical costs, utilities and all of that. I'm not going to sit here and go back to a 2010 tax return.
This is from 2010? That's $5,000 a month?
Oh, excuse me. Did I say 2010? I meant 2020. That's totally my fault. I meant 2020.
Well, but in the vast majority of time, winners in bankruptcy experience like some sort of relief. Whatever the debt is, it's gone, right? Why do you have to go back to the well, going back to your audience and ask your audience to crowdfund your content?
The bankruptcy goes through around mid to late 2020. But there's still debt that remains. There's still taxes. And taxes is a big thing because for years there, I was not able to pay my federal taxes properly.
You could pay them or you didn't prepare to pay them properly. There's a difference.
Hold on, I thought you said that you paid a guy to do your taxes.
I do.
It seems really irresponsible for somebody who works online and has done so for 17 years to have a tax person.
Do not please. That my tax guy is great.
The money is already in your account. So why would you have trouble spending? Why would you have trouble with that? I'm really having a hard time following this. It's either being spent before it's time to pay taxes, or I don't know. I don't know. Please walk me through it.
Whew, okay. So I have two revenue streams. Daily income that I get from my viewers, like tips, let's say. The other revenue stream is the other income that I get from YouTube. Ad revenue, super chats, memberships, and all of that. Daily I get tips, and that essentially is the money that I'm using day to day to pay some bills, go grocery shopping, buy a new game for the stream coming up. The YouTube money that comes in behind the scenes is what I use to do all my ongoing recurring payments, my mortgage, my car. The bankruptcy happens. Great. I'm actually getting more popular on Twitch. There's a light at the end of the tunnel. Every time in life I feel like I'm getting ahead, something happens and screws me over. I'm serious. It's like a comedy of errors.
Once again, Phil, then why not remove all that and just do something different? If you keep running into a wall, at a certain point, don't you need to like self-reflect and say like, look, man, I'm running into this wall. I should probably not be doing this or change my approach to it.
Mm-hmm. Let's be honest, a major factor is money.
Major factor. It sounds like it is the factor. I mean, it sounds like you're just spending the money as it coming in instead of saving and preparing for the next month.
I need 1 year to make content and not have my trolls.
It's never going to happen.
I agree with you. I now agree with you. I know that now. Let's say right now. Cold turkey, I quit YouTube. I can't find a job out there that's gonna pay what I'm doing now. Who's gonna hire a 40-year-old guy that hasn't done anything besides, operate an online streaming business?
Nobody with that attitude. You're already defeated, not even worth trying. You're putting yourself in this hamster wheel that Craig was mentioning earlier. It sounds miserable to me.
And I'd just like to kind of continue on with that, right? Do you have a business plan? Are you saving money? Because it doesn't sound like you are. It doesn't seem very forward thinking. Dude, you're 40 years old and you're going to be doing this when you're 60.
Currently, do I have a business plan? No. How can I set a plan when these people won't allow me to even have any level of stability in my life for even a few months?
You make another business plan. What choice do you have? The only choice is to make a new one and continue moving forward.
I will not be beaten by these people.
What you just said sounded like you were.
I do have a future vision. The problem is, if I fully explain it, they're going to try to ruin it. I should have said that. I'm sorry about that. I don't want to be here on stream every day saying to people, toss me a few bucks. Oh my god, that's the worst feeling every time I effing do it. It's obnoxious. I just want to play games and chill with my audience.
I'm sorry, Phil. Begging for money is never a good look for anyone.
Completely agree. I can't dispute it. I wouldn't beg if you didn't keep messing with my income.
You had an opportunity with Keemstar to go on there for was it $50,000 was being offered to you. 50K. Why not do that? That would clear up so much of your financial burden.
Because that's not what happened. You've been told a story that's not true. I have to tell you what actually happened. Over the years, this guy's a horrible reputation on YouTube. And basically, he had been pretty nasty to me a few times, tweets and things like that. If you have a bad day, they're having a good one because you had a bad day. What kind of content is that? You're benefiting from someone else's personal drama and misery. All of a sudden, it was last year, he's making public tweets. Someone tell Darkside Phil I want to talk to him right now. Contact him. Tell him I need to talk to him. There's $50,000 on the table and he needs to contact me right now. First of all, is that how you start a business relationship? Is you scream on your Twitter to have someone come talk to you?
Traditionally, no, but we're not dealing with Coca-Cola. We're dealing with Keemstar. You throw out $50,000 on Twitter, people go, whoa.
You're doing that same thing. You're bitter that he's not approaching you respectfully.
Why don't you just take it, cash the check, and then you're golden?
Eventually, I had to DM him on Twitter to even get his attention because he wouldn't contact me. I don't want to talk about it in a DM. We got to have a phone call. Okay, that's reasonable, right? Let's have a phone call. I wait, the call never comes. It's been like 2 days, the call never comes. Maybe he's not serious about it. I don't know. I don't know what's going on in this guy's head. All of a sudden, I'm on streams. He starts calling me when I'm on streams. There was no offer to me of being on an interview for $50,000. That's a lie.
It sounds like there's miscommunication here. If we were to get Keemstar on the show right now, would you be open to that?
Absolutely not. Not after all the stuff that happened after that.
So you would not be open to talking to him right now?
I'm never going to do business with Keemstar. Not after the things I now know about him and the other things that he said and done. Absolutely not. I feel like having any association with that guy in the long term is just going to hurt rather than help.
So how do you square the idea of not taking Keemstar's money, but taking it from your audience? You don't know where that money's coming from, right? How do you square yourself with that?
Like, Keemstar money is, I'm taking money for a direct project that apparently is going to be a long-term business relationship with this guy. I'm associating myself with a guy who I don't respect, don't like the content he puts on the internet, versus people who watch me, like who I am, like what I stand for, want to support that effort to keep it going. But here's the thing. Can you be held accountable for your viewership?
You are the leader of your community. You are the people that everyone looks to on how somebody should act, how somebody should interact with other people in your chat. I think ultimately your community emulates the hosts. Where's the line? Let's just say you have a community member that you know there's visual evidence of them doing something bad or at least alluding to something negative, something that would be shunned in a normal society. You know they're a part of your community. I'm not going to reference any specific community members. This is not about specific community members. We're here to talk to you.
So Keem actually just tweeted, and I want to hear your thoughts on it. Keem, he said DSP is lying in this live interview. I called Phil at the agreed times. He ignored my calls for $50K up front to stream to under 200 live viewers, begging for them to pay his rent and bills. Both Wings and Boogie agreed. The only reason it didn't happen was because of DSP. Thoughts?
Blatant lie. He called me when I was on stream. I looked at my phone when I was on stream wondering why I was getting a phone call. It's just blatantly false.
It's pretty easily provable.
To my knowledge, he never actually called me when during the times that we talked when he was available. I can't be involved business with what he stands for. I'm the kind of guy that if I can help it, I won't shop at Walmart. Taking a paycheck from Keemstar is kind of like blood money.
Didn't you start your career on like drama and hate?
Oh, okay, that's different. And here's the thing. You're right.
How's that different?
Because I've changed now.
I'm sorry. You sound like the abusive ex-boyfriend trying to get back with his girl. I've changed now. Don't worry about it.
Adam, you're talking about something that happened in the first half of the 2000s.
I know. I'm just calling, as I said, it just sounds funny, like hearing that.
Yeah.
That I changed now. That line is so, I don't know, overused by the
I was
wrong
an online
people.
troll in the Street Fighter community. Absolutely. There was online harassment that happened. Absolutely.
All right, let's continue on. Let's go into WWE champions. Just a real simple yes or no. Do you currently still play WWE champion?
Yes.
Why are you so hesitant to talk about that?
You know, it's nothing that I would think that my audience would be super interested.
A value for cost of human life?
Always ready to fight. Absconditus. Hup. Objective complete. Stay alert. That's all there is?
Quickly as possible, folks. Your insurance should cover this.
Don't waste a shot.
What are you waiting for?
Supplies.
Absconditus. Hup. Ugh, taste my blade. Whew. Ha! Reveal! Hup!
All right, fine, sure.
That's what they pay us for.
Leave this to me!
Always more work.
What are you waiting for? Absconditus.
Supplies.
Objective complete. Stay alert. I never paid much attention to stuff like this before. Those without a conscience don't belong on the battlefield. Absconditus. Hup. Ugh. Whew. Taste my blade. Objective complete. Stay alert. Ugh. Ha!
Whew.
Too much for you? Stand clear.
You will be forgotten.
What a pain. Too easy.
Leave this to me.
Only need 5.
Don't worry, I'm present. Every speck of dust a sign. Like a bird in a cage.
Slow motion.
Nothing to be afraid of.
What are you waiting for? Absconditus. Hup.
Supplies are in place.
Hup. Whew.
Too much for you? No dodging. Too easy.
What are you waiting for?
Absconditus. Taste my blade. That's all there is?
Good.
Ha!
Supplies are in place.
This isn't the time for pride.
I mean, this is just how the lead should look, no? Objective complete. Big surprise. We have... I'm going to have to punish you. Take a bow and exit stage. Already reloading.
Supplies.
We have extras on set. Take a bow and exit stage right.
Supplies.
Serve your queen.
All right, fine, sure.
My turn. Try not to blink.
That's what they pay us for.
I wasn't your first pick. You think you can hurt me? We have extras on set. Take a bow and exit stage right. Already reloading.
Supplies.
Objective complete. Big surprise.
When we get done with this, I'm taking at least a week off.
Don't expect me to meow just because of my name. How about I just make a robot to tidy up after me? Don't expect me to meow just because of my name. How about I just make a robot to tidy up after me?
Recording equipment is running. We'll want to review the data when we're done. It's like they don't even calculate their odds of success. Should have run when you saw us. Getting killed like this? Irrational. Raise the pressure. Raise the temperature! Should have run when you saw us. Getting killed like this? Irrational. Recording equipment is running. We'll want to review the data when we're done. Should have run when you saw us. Getting killed like this? Irrational. Raise the pressure. Raise the temperature! Why don't these guns auto-load? Does nobody think about these things? Recording equipment is running. We'll want to review the data when we're done. Raise the pressure. Raise the temperature! Raise the pressure. Raise the temperature!
Should have run when you saw us. Getting killed like this? Irrational.
Recording equipment is running. We'll want to review the data when we're done. Cooperation can be risky. Raise the pressure. Raise the temperature!
Should have run when you saw us. Getting killed like this? Irrational.
Should have run when you saw us. Getting killed like this? Irrational.
Raise the pressure. Raise the temperature!
Recording equipment is running. We'll want to review the data when we're done. It's like they don't even calculate their odds of success.
Raise the pressure. Raise the temperature!
Should have run when you saw us. Getting killed like this? Irrational. Recording equipment is running. We'll want to review the data when we're done. It's like they don't even calculate their odds of success. Raise the pressure. Raise the temperature! Brute force attacks are so last year. That's their weakness? Noted. Don't rush me. I've only just finished debugging it. It's like they don't even calculate their odds of success. Cooperation can be risky. Raise the pressure. Raise the temperature! Why don't these guns auto-load? Does nobody think about these things? Raise the pressure. Raise the temperature! Why don't these guns auto-load? Does nobody think about these things? Don't rush me. I've only just finished debugging it. It's like they don't even calculate their odds of success. Brute force attacks are so last year. Why don't these guns auto-load? Does nobody think about these things? Don't rush me. I've only just finished debugging it. Why don't these guns auto-load? Does nobody think about these things? Nuh-uh. Don't come over here. Raise the pressure. Raise the temperature! That's their weakness. Shield down. Switch to contingency plan. Brute force attacks are so last year. Raise the pressure. Raise the temperature! Don't rush me. I've only just finished debugging it. Cooperation can be risky. Why don't these guns auto-load? Does nobody think about these things? Cooperation can be risky. Why don't these guns auto-load? Does nobody think about these things? Nuh-uh. Don't come over here. Don't rush me. I've only just finished debugging it. Cooperation can be risky. Why don't these guns auto-load? Does nobody think about these things? Brute force attacks are so last year. Should have run when you saw us. Getting killed like this? Irrational. Cooperation can be risky. Don't rush me. I've only just finished debugging it. It's like they don't even calculate their odds of success. Why don't these guns auto-load? Does nobody think about these things? Raise the pressure. Raise the temperature! That's their weakness? Noted. recording equipment is running. We'll want to review the data when we're done. That's my 10,000 steps for the day. Plenty of things that would look nice in my room.